One busy day in a Toronto airport, Dennis Schaefer exited his plane to find groups of individuals and families gathered around TVs in the terminal as they eagerly watched the news. Dennis watched as the live stream displayed the liftoff of the Challenger shuttle, but just seconds into the launch, it burst into flames on screen. On this day, January 28, 1986, 7 crew members of NASA, including a teacher on board, were killed in a tragic explosion. Civilians like Dennis around the world watched as the shuttle exploded and were pained and shocked. Dennis recalls,
got to the Toronto airport, was in the terminal, and there was a TV of people around it. And I walked up to see what was going on, and they were showing replays of the shuttle going up. You know, they didn't know what to say. Everybody was just kind of speechless.
The crew consisted of Commander Francis Scobie, pilot Mike Smith, mission specialist Judith Resnick, Ron McNair, Ellison Onizuka, payload specialist McAuliffe, and Greg Jarvis. McAuliffe was a civilian boarding the shuttle to take part in a space and education program announced by Ronald Reagan. The TISP project, Teacher in Space Project, carried teachers into space after extensive training to inspire and educate children on space, science, and technology. McAuliffe would be recorded teaching 6 different science lessons from space, while live streams of her teachings would be casted for children around the world to watch. Her being a civilian made the tragic explosion all the more painful to endure. Dennis Schaefer discusses the different crew members.
This was the first everyday person. It was so unique because this teacher was going up, right? And kids were sitting in school watching TV, watching this on TV in school. I think that's what's important to remember about this whole thing. And the fact that it was the Challenger, and it wasn't just Crystal McAuliffe. There were 6 other people. There were 7 in total. 1 other woman. And I don't know that we will ever spend enough, or people ever spend enough time understanding how their families and everything else were affected.
The explosion that caused the deaths of these crew members was caused by a malfunction in the O-rings in the shuttle. The defect of these pieces caused a chain reaction, which led to the explosion of the external fuel tank. The O-rings are small circular rubber parts put in place to keep openings sealed if metal bends during takeoff, and keep hot gases where they're supposed to be. The extremely low temperatures at the time of liftoff caused the O-rings to harden and not to form a seal, so gases were leaking out of the external fuel tank. After a rocket booster came loose and ruptured it, the external fuel tank exploded. This was the major malfunction that you would see on a live stream of the Challenger tragedy. Even though this deathly explosion took the lives of 7 Americans, it did have some positive effects. Schaefer feels,
while it was tragic, I think it kind of pulled everybody together. Whether you're on this side or this side, with that's something that you can all agree on. And we need that.
While the Teacher in Space program fell through after the Challenger explosion, the families of the fallen astronauts established a nonprofit organization called the Challenger Center for Space Science Education. This organization has taught millions of children about science, technology, and math to open their eyes to a new and amazing field of occupations. The explosion also taught NASA new precautions they should take in future launches. Some of the things Dennis recalls learning from this experience consists of,
I remember thinking, gee, is it worth it? We're spending all this money. And ultimately, I came to the conclusion that it is. They see things that people have never seen before. We don't know. But if we don't look, how would we know? Right. I'm all for it.
The research of this event has taught me that when tragic things happen, good things can come out of them. While this event was a major loss, it also brought attention to the honor of astronauts and the risk they take for their country. It also brought the public together over a common situation of grief. This accident was tragic, but can be used as a learning experience for everyone. The world will forever remember the 7 astronauts who died for America, science, education, and discovery.